Hello, this is Edward Dexter reporting for Pull Social. I'm sitting here with Zoe Wheeler, who is a level 6 grassroots football coach and referee.
Hi,
She is currently playing for Hammersmith Women's Football Club. How are you doing, Zoe?
I'm fine. How are you,
I'm
Edward?
okay, thank you. We're meeting in the late hours, in the wee hours at the moment to get this done, but it's great to have finally got together to talk about it. So I think we'll just start off with the questions I sent you. And I kind of just want to ask you in brief, basically, how you got into football coaching and what kind of inspired you to take up that, because I'm assuming you were a player before, and what made you take the leap from playing football to reffing?
Football's always been a part of me. I've played it since I was young, my whole life, as you know, way of socialising with friends and teammates. And yeah, so I'm a qualified FA coach and FA referee, and I'm still a player as well. So it's still a big part of my life, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy the contributions that I make and the contributions that it makes to me as well.
Great.
And my
And
well-being.
do you feel like you kind of being a player, you felt kind of like you're saying what you could give to the sport? Do you feel like reffing was just another way for you to kind of give something to the team that you were playing for, in a sense?
Well, refereeing is more like, I enjoy football matches and officiating the games, competitive games, whether it's grassroots or professional, semi-pro. I'm more than happy to officiate, rise up and take on the responsibility as a referee or assistant lino in fulfilling a 90-minute 11-a-side football match.
Of course, yeah. Because it is a big responsibility. Obviously, it's a responsibility, if you're a player and you're playing on a team to your team and to get the game done. But it's kind of a different kind of sense of responsibility as a ref, because you're saying you're officiating. And do you kind of feel that with that is that different kind of responsibility is more to do with you officiating, in a sense, because you have to be completely neutral. So there isn't, you're apart from the team kind of spirit. You have to be, kind of in a sense, stand on your own to officiate. And how do you feel about kind of that aspect of it?
It's a big responsibility. As a player myself, I'm, all the players there, they want the game to be, competitive. They want to go out and enjoy themselves. And it's a war in some ways, the match between both teams, and you've got to keep that balance, be fair, be neutral, follow the laws of the game, try and be as fair as possible with both teams, and make the right call at the right time. No one's perfect, but at the same time you've got to try and do your best, and I give my best, and hopefully sometimes teams respect where I'm coming from with the decisions that I make in the match. So I really enjoy it. I just hope I can get better and better each game that I officiate, really.
You do, yeah. I suppose, because with reffing, it's like it's also like it's a different skill set that you're looking for, isn't it? Because I imagine, like, actually a lot of it is just observation, because you have to be able, because the issue is, and I saw in your interview you said this, it's like, people start to get pretty angry with you if you're not completely on the ball and you see exactly what happens, because there's two sides to every story in a football match. But if you
precisely.
If you miss something, then you have a problem. So do you have, what is your sense of how you've developed kind of an observational technique? How have you learned to look at the game, not as a player, but look at it as a referee in the moment?
Well, you've got to get your positioning on point. You need to be in the right position at the right time for where the ball is going, and it's to be in credible positions. So if there is a foul, for example, you're at least 10 to 15 feet away. You're close by, so that you can give that position and decision in a credible area. So just trying to keep up with the game, keep up with what's going on, and just give it your best shot, really.
Yeah, And there's also that sense, because you could almost imagine the referee kind of, kind of lazily following the ball around, holding up cards, kick people off the pitch. But it's like you do also have to kind of maintain a level of personal fitness, don't you? Because like you're saying, you almost have to be where the ball is before it gets there.
Yeah, it's a lot of jogging, lots of jogging, running around, sprints. For the whole 90 minutes, you're not standing in one place. You've got to be on your toes. You've got to be running up and down the pitch, and determined to keep up with play, and with what's going on in the game. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's in charge of that match, responsible for that game. So, you've got to set the right example.
Absolutely.
Lead by example. At least.
I want to ask you about the politics of it a little bit, I think, because I'm sure referees tend to get a lot of stick, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And I suppose
I've been given a lot of stick, but as a player I've given refs stick as well, so I've been on the receiving end, and I know where players are coming from as well, but I know where I'm coming from as well. It's like players are hard work as well, what referees have to deal with, and they don't understand. So it's a bit of give and take, really.
Yeah, both ways, give and take. And you're a level 6 referee in a sense.
Correct.
So that's a qualification. And could you kind of explain the process of going through that? So what is the difference in the process of learning between a level 1 referee, if we can call it that, and then getting to?
Well, I think everyone starts off, it's like level 8 is in the pyramid, and there might be even level 9, but when you're an adult referee, when you first get qualified as over 16 and you're qualified, you're a level 7, and then you can go for, if we all start off as a level 7, and then you go for promotion, and with the promotion you get observed in your matches. And if you are up to standard, you follow the laws of the game and officiate those matches to a satisfactory level, then you'll be promoted.
So
to the next level, which is level 6. You have to take an exam as well, multiple choice exam, about the laws of the games, all the rules and everything. And provided that you pass that as well, then you would then be promoted to a level 6.
Wow. What happens when you get to level 1?
And then you'll be refereeing right at the top, right at the top with the in the World Cup, in the Premier League, the Women's Super League, everything.
Do you feel like you have aspirations to keep going up the pyramid, as it were?
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and get as high as I can up the pyramid that I can get it. The higher you get, the harder it gets, and the commitment. So I'll try my best to get as high as I can, but I kind of wish I started refereeing at a younger age. I'd advise anyone who wants to be a ref to do it sooner rather than later, because I did it quite late now.
Yeah.
I've only got probably a limited amount of time with how high up I can get. But if you start off like at a younger age, then there's nothing stopping you from getting to the top, really, if you put your mind to it. I'm not going to be age discrimination. Anyone can get to wherever they get to if they put their mind to it. But it's a lot harder now for me to get to the level 1, because I'm 37 years old.
It's an interesting point you make as well, because I mean like, not in a disparaging way, but I suppose little boys and girls kind of think about, I want to be, Wayne Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever, but you don't really hear children aspiring to be refs, really, in that way. But what was the impetus for you to kind of switch? But of course you're still playing football. What was the switch for you to get involved with kind of the reffing side?
Because I've done it previously since I was 15. I've worked in sports for a young age, so I'm quite competent in officiating football matches. So if the opportunity is there, if they need my help, supporting the game, good fitness, and I'm more than happy to help out and officiate.
Okay, happy to do it in that sense. And then we'll move on to your footballing in a moment. But one of the other questions I posed to you was kind of what was the most rewarding aspect of being a referee? We were talking about engagement with players, but is there something in it that you feel you get that you don't get from playing football?
No, I think that it's good fitness, helping out younger generations, and I've won trophies, and in the past when I've played, I've won a couple of cups, and
right,
yeah, so it's nice to be a match official for someone else's cup final and help them to get the cups that I got when I was younger.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so you facilitate younger people getting the same rewards that you got from the game. Yeah, that's great.
Go on. It's not only younger people; it could be men as well. Like men seeing the female ref, that's unusual. It may be unusual to some of them. They don't see that every day, but they've been quite supportive, and it's quite intimidating at first. You think that they might not take you seriously, but they do, and then I've got to prove to them and to myself that I can be taken seriously in that role, and I can do that role to the best of my ability to, that's substantial and it's good quality match officiating.
That's an interesting point.
Whatever gender it is, whether it's males, females, youth, anything, you just want the players to participate and have a good game, and know that as a match official I gave it my best shot.
Yeah, that's a good point you make about the gender roles there, because like you're saying, you're officiating, if it's a big group of men, I can see how that would be intimidating. Yeah. Good excuse to tell the boys off though, isn't it? Anyway, I need to be told off sometimes. Yeah, and then if we move on then, in brief, so you just mentioned to me that you won some cups and things in football. So could you kind of just in brief kind of chart your kind of career in football, Zoe, and how you got into football as a child, and then how you moved on?
Well, I used to play in primary schools. I used to play in primary school and go to like football clubs in Hackney with like mixed football when I was in primary school. Then when I got in secondary school, I joined first football team for Mill Hill, who Rachel Yankee used to play for in her youth years as well. And I was there for 2 seasons, and then the team merged with Queen's Park Rangers, and I was there for another season, and then I think I stopped playing for a bit because I became 16, 18 and pursued other ambitions. Went to university, played football at my university, so that's what I was saying about winning cups, because I remember we won the university league, which was quite a good achievement. I won a couple county cups when I was a teenager as well, and then I kind of stopped playing. I always played like on the side with my friends and stuff, having a kick about and everything, but stopped playing for teams. But recently I joined a team called Hammersmith, which newly formed women's team this season, and it's been a really good experience playing for them. They're doing really well, making a lot of progress.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of get into passions you had when as a younger person into later life, because I feel I've spoken to lots of sports people now, and they go whatever they go through in their lives, outside of sports, as kind of this aspect that they always go back to this. You're saying you had it in primary school, but it's like something that's always been there for them in a sense, and it's always something they can return to. Did you kind of feel that football has been I don't want to say like a guiding light or anything, but if you feel like it's always been there in your background or your periphery, just as an outlet, really?
No matter what. Now, like, I've got a son who's 12, so he plays a lot of football as well, and I play a lot with him, and try and give him some encouragement when he's playing his matches, because he plays for a team as well. Right. So I have to drive him up and down at the weekends, taking him to all his football matches. So yeah, so it doesn't, even if I'm not playing, he's playing. So yeah, it's always good. It's always with me. So I've just come to accept that and just make the most of it, and just try not to get too carried away, disappoint, or not get too disappointed if things don't go my way in a match. Try not to be a sore loser or anything like that.
No, don't shout at the ref.
Yeah.
And then I suppose could you kind of just say in brief what your experience at Hammersmith has been like, what the team there is like, and maybe the refs as well, and how you got
yeah, it's a new team that was formed this year. Our coach, his name's Akin, he's a great coach. I don't think I would have joined another team, recently, because he's really encouraged me to feel my potential as a player. I used to play as a striker. Now he's got me playing in various roles for the team. I call him Sir Akin, like Sir Alex Ferguson. He's great coach. Well, there's all the team, the girls, they're all really lovely. They're all great players and great people. Yes, great team, got good chemistry as a team, and we're sisters, we're family, the Hammersmith family. We're all really together and determined to give things our best shot.
That's great. Yeah, great. Good sense of community. That's the other thing everyone keeps telling me. It's just a great sense of community, really, in football, I think, and that's kind of one of the main aspects of it. Trying to think what else I can ask you, really. Officiating matches and Hammersmith, those are the two big things. Well, I suppose you talked about your son, and kind of what has been the what has been the experience of kind of having a child that's become engaged in the same passion as you, because it's like a lot of parents kind of live through their children with their passions as well. And so how did you kind of get your son into it, or did he pick it up himself?
I think he kind of picked it up himself, to be honest. He's quite boisterous, and he just naturally has a passion for football similar to me. I stopped playing, and then when he got older and started learning how to kick a ball, I had to play with him, and then he got me back into it, and then he got more involved in playing himself. He's got more skills than me. He's 10 times the player I am, and he's only 12. Like, great little player. Hopefully he goes all the way. You never know.
You never know.
But, we do have a bit of banter, being a parent, a player myself, I do try and give him tips, whether he takes them on board, who knows,
Yeah, he probably will, subconsciously anyway, even if he doesn't want to listen.
I'm a bit of a pushy parent, not overly, but yeah, just try to get be a little coach when he's playing, tell him what, where to go, who to mark.
Teaches children kind of team building skills, doesn't it? And like you're saying, respect as well. You need to respect for your captain or the coach or the ref, and so it has kind of like a pedagogical aspect to it as well, which is nice. Yeah, and it's nice that you and your son can kind of share something together. 12-year-old boys and their mothers don't usually share hobbies, actually. So it's nice that you have that.
No, thank you.
Yeah. And then so I wanted to kind of just ask you some quick fire ones now in closing, some fun questions. So, your favourite football team?
Man United. Manchester United.
Playing for Hammersmith. Your favourite football player? I guess what's going next.
Football player.
Yeah.
We'll have to go with Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's a good one. Pretty talented, I hear.
Yeah, there's others like Eric Cantona as well, Roy Keane, the whole of Man United players from the 90s. They're all exceptional.
Yeah. Probably the people that you looked up to when you were a child, saw them playing for your team.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah,
list goes on.
And then your favourite referee?
I don't really know.
No. On the
TV, I'll probably have to go with Rebecca Welsh and Michael Oliver. They're pretty cool.
Okay, cool. It's just they're not really spoken about, are they, so much? A bit underrepresented, I feel like that.
Yes.
In the football team. Yeah. Good jerseys though, black and white stripes.
So the kit, I love the kit. The kit's amazing. We're getting a new kit. They're releasing a new edition of the Nike referee kit this season.
Oh, that's cool. Is it
So
black?
I can't wait till that comes out. Sorry?
It is black and white.
Yeah, it'll be black. There are other colours though as well, but it's generally black.
Yeah. Where do you get the cards from?
eBay. Online.
Everywhere.
eBay generally, you have to go online. There's some like dedicated referee websites where you can get your referee equipment from, but eBay you can generally get your referee equipment from there, to be honest.
Yeah, 2 cards and a whistle, and is that it? Whatever. Is there any other equipment?
A coin.
Oh,
coin. Flags.
What coin do you use?
Whatever money coin I've got available, really. Unfortunately, hopefully try and have it be £1 at least. But I should get a dedicated toss coin.
Yeah,
get one soon.
Probably get one. Yeah.
Well, that's nice and flash.
Flash. I know. So all the flash accoutrements of referees. Oh God, well, I think that's a good place to finish. So wandering into interesting territory there, the equipment you use for the ref. But I want to say thank you so much for being on my podcast and talk about your refereeing and football playing. And
it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
thank you.
Great talk to you. Thanks for fitting me in. We had to do this very late night ref talks, but it's been great. Yeah. Okay, so I've been Edward Dexter, journalism intern for Pull Social, and this has been Zoe Wheeler, and that's it. Peace. Bye bye.
Take care. See you soon. Bye.